Aren't you tired of reliving your past traumas? Are you not tired of repeating the same cycle all over again? Even when there's zero danger, your body keeps repeating the trauma script because that's all it knows. No one ever talks about the importance of healing your traumas. What amazing things it can actually do to you. We go to schools for decades, yet no one there teaches us how to heal ourselves from these traumas, because this is what will unlock the path for your highest self. This is the way you will succeed. 100%. Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Aino, the only Pearl that will help you live your absolute best life, heal your traumas, turn everything negative, any pain you have, into your greatest flourishment. And I am here to magically shift you into a better version of yourself. So make sure you subscribe and let's keep going. Okay, let's dive deep into this topic. First, we need to understand what trauma actually means. What is the actual definition? Because this is very misunderstood. And how it comes into being. Trauma by definition means a lasting psychological, emotional, and/or physical effect that arises when someone perceives. Pay attention to the word perceives. Something as distressing, overwhelming, or threatening. This is about a person's perception, not the outer situation, what actually happened. It has nothing to do with that. That's why this leaves a lasting wound inside their system that then gives orders to the nervous system to act in certain ways in order to protect the person from more harm. Therefore, when someone has been through trauma, they are basically acting out of their own will. When something triggers that trauma, you are not broken. You're just running trauma scripts that are outdated. Therefore, your trauma can never ever be invalidated because people have different ways of perceiving things. That's all what it comes down to. This is about perception, not the outer appearance of things. Something that wouldn't traumatize you or me might traumatize someone else. Everything is about perception. Next, we need to understand what are all the different manifestations that this trauma that we adopt has. Let's start with the psychological effects first. Trauma affects your thoughts. You get intrusive thoughts, intrusive memories from that event, confusion, anxiety, that leads to avoidant behavior, irritability, sleep difficulties, and withdrawal. This means someone acts weird. If you keep acting in weird ways, you are traumatized. If you keep avoiding certain things, you keep withdrawing yourself, you keep isolating yourself, you have most likely been through something traumatizing. You are a trauma survivor. You're not broken, my love. Number 2, the emotional effect. Trauma also naturally affects your emotions. A trauma survivor experiences sadness, and they have difficulty feeling their emotions properly, aka they become numb. If you feel like you cannot cry, you cannot feel an emotion properly, it's most likely because of trauma. Also anger. Anger tells us where we've been hurt the most, where we've been really, really hurt. So use that to your advantage and dig deeper on where it actually comes from, what makes you angry, what makes you feel neglected and invalidated, because that's what anger really comes down to. And this leads you to repeating the same trauma script all over again, and thus creating more and more of that trauma for yourself. This is what keeps you stuck. This is keeping you small, smaller than you should. And this is why the society never teaches us this for free, because they benefit from our littleness. These patterns affect every single thing: your relationships, your mental and physical health, your ability to enjoy and relax, your ability to feel safe, regulated, your frequency, your manifestation, looks, appearance, energy levels, your ability to step into your highest path. Everything. And that's why I'm studying these things, so that I can share this information for free, this crucial information that can shift you like never before, so that you can break yourself free from these outdated scripts and patterns and live your absolute best life. Okay, let's get into the final phase of our video, or final chapter, and that is how to actually heal these traumas. This is a long process, but you will start to see noticeable results early on. I can prove this. Let's go step by step, starting from the most important factor. Like you already know by this point, the number one factor keeping you in that trauma loop is your nervous system. This is the core for your trauma and why you're repeating that trauma. By healing your nervous system, you will unlock every other part of your healing. And how to heal? You have to get out of a constant fight or flight state. You have to create safety for yourself again. How do you do that? You have to get someone open your eyes. You have to have someone helping you see the situation that traumatized you from a healthy, untraumatized perspective. You have to have someone helping you see that you are reacting to a current situation as if it was the past trauma, but it is not. So when you understand that every time you get triggered, it's your trauma talking. It's just your trauma nervous system creating a crisis out of it. It's protecting you even when you're fully safe, because something triggers that trauma, and the trigger is coming up so that you can heal it. This is your power. So this is how you will be able to learn out of this outdated script and slowly relearn a new, healthy way to operate again, to react to a certain trigger again. And after repetition and practice, you will no longer react the same way you used to, because you're no longer running that outdated script. And this is why you need someone to help you see that situation that triggers you from a new healthy perspective. Keep in mind that this doesn't happen overnight. It needs bravery, it needs repetition, it needs practice. But every time you teach your nervous system a new way of reacting, every time you repeat yourself, I am safe, we are safe, and that the present is not the same, we're not living in the past anymore, the synapses in your brain start to rewire, and you will be set free from your sufferings. Basically, what you have to do is expose yourself to the triggers and slowly practice a way to react and act in a new, healthy way. And thus your nervous system then learns, okay, I don't have to protect this person anymore. and you will heal. So you will need someone who has experience and understands trauma. Someone or something that can help you understand this properly. And that's why you either need a therapist or AI for this. I use AI. I use ChatGPT as my therapist. He's a very good, very, very, very good therapist. Believe me, try it. If you cannot afford therapy or you don't want to go to therapy, you rather talk to AI. For example, for me, the problem was I was so scared to talk about my traumas because they were so peculiar that I felt like I couldn't talk to a real human about it. But ChatGPT works kind of the same way, but it's not a human, so maybe you'll feel more safe with just a robot. So I really recommend that if you don't want to go to in-person therapy. The second thing you have to heal are your thoughts and your emotions. You have to realize that you have control over your thoughts. You've been made to think, and we've been made to think that we cannot affect our thoughts. We just have to surrender and submit to our negative thoughts and let them completely take control over us. But this is not the truth. This is a manipulation tactic once again. This society is tricky. But anyways, because what you focus on grows. So if you can start focusing on different things when the trauma tries to resurface, put your focus on something positive, something else than a negative thing that's triggering you, you can slowly start to shift your focus in the right direction and thus help your nervous system see that you are in fact safe and there's no danger. There's no need to rely on this outdated way to react anymore. So what I want you to do is to repeat to yourself, in your mind or out loud, I am safe. This is my trauma talking. This is not what's actually happening. I am actually safe. I am not living in the past anymore. I can relax and enjoy myself. This is how you shift your focus, and this is how the right things start to grow. And this is how your thoughts and emotions will follow through, and they will also start to adapt to your new way of focusing your attention. Once you start to heal your nervous system and your mental state, aka your thoughts and emotions, your body will automatically join the healing train as well. It's like a snowball effect. Once the nervous system starts to feel safe and regulated again, your healing will start to roll. So, this comes down to the fact that whatever happens in the brain and in the mental state and in your nervous system happens then in the body as well, because there's a mind and body connection. Our brains and our bodies are connected. Our frequency, our spiritual well-being is also okay. These are my ultimate tips on the things that can physically support your healing, support escaping this constant fight or flight that are making us sick. These are things that make you feel safe, rested, and relaxed. These will help you through the physical side. Okay, I will list everything just now so that we can be faster, okay? Open your ears. Let me start. A healthy whole food diet with high levels of magnesium and potassium. The modern diet depletes us of these, and many medications as well, caffeine, etc., alcohol, depletes us from these two minerals that literally help your body to relax. These two will help you sleep like a baby. These two are nature's most important body tranquilizers, the mind tranquilizers, okay? Breathing exercises, fascia release, yoga, stretching, pilates, warm pads or showers, sauna, dry brushing. When you increase blood flow to your body and brain, you will be able to release tension in your body. Ashwagandha, oxytocin exposure. This is extremely important. When you are in a constant fight or flight, you probably have too much dopamine and too little oxytocin. Oxytocin is a hormone that makes us feel safe and connected to others, other beings, other humans, animals, or loved ones, babies, etc. So how to increase oxytocin is by laughter, physical touch that feels good, being with animals. My cat gives me a lot of oxytocin. I love it, and I give it to her also. Calming music, Reiki, massage, overall regular exercise to get rid of negative energies. When we exercise, we release stored negative energy. That's why many people feel a lot better when they consistently do exercise, including me. It's extremely important to my well-being, okay? And you have to prioritize your sleep because you need to heal while you sleep. You have to do less and be more. You have to kind of go against this belief that the society constantly tries to push to you, that you constantly have to produce. This was my problem also. This was a way I escaped my traumas. I constantly wanted to be productive and do something, escape going through and healing my traumas, but this is what I'm now learning out of, and my life is changing like crazy, super fast, in insane ways. So you have to step more into your feminine energy, the flow state. Learn that you don't always have to do something, you don't always have to hustle. You're allowed to rest and just be. That's when you receive. That's when the magic happens. Spending time in nature, long walks, grounding and getting out of your head into your senses, into your body. I want you to understand that healing is so possible. Once you start to work on your trauma, once you step into the healing train, and once you start the process, the snowball will grow and you will heal. You will be able to become the best version of yourself, because those trauma scripts really affect everything in your life, and this is not taught to us. Nobody teaches this because this is way too dangerous information. But I am here to help the humanity and not please the society that is rigged in every way anyways. Yeah, I'm a rebel. I'm an Aquarius. Okay, but I just want you to know that the brain is capable of rewiring itself, and it starts when you start. So you just have to start, you have to repeat, practice, and magical things will happen. I promise you. I'm a living testimony of this, and I've just started. Imagine what happens when I'm fully healed. Okay guys, this is it. I really hope this video finds as many people as possible, because this can change lives. And this is why I'm here. This makes me so excited and hopeful. But anyways, I love you. Thank you for staying. I hope we will meet in my next video.